Imagine a moment during a major regional crisis, when power grids are collapsing, communications are disrupted, radar networks are going offline one after another, and the battlefield is plunged into an environment of electronic chaos. In such a scenario, the most important question is no longer who possesses the largest number of fighter jets. The real question is, which force can still accomplish its mission when the entire battlefield becomes uncertain? In recent years, warfare has no longer been only a competition between missiles, aircraft, and air defense systems. The true competition has shifted towards survival in an environment where communications, sensors, and electronic systems are under constant attack. Within this context, Israel's F-35 Adir fleet has once again become the focus of military analysts around the world. But can this aircraft truly reshape the strategic balance of the Middle East? Can emerging technologies designed to improve resilience against electronic disruption transform the way nations calculate risk? And perhaps most importantly, could these developments influence the perception of Israel's so-called Samson Option? In this episode of Top Strategist, we will explore these questions through a strategic analysis based on publicly available information, separating confirmed capabilities from speculation. Beyond conventional reach. One of the defining characteristics of the F-35 family is the combination of stealth, advanced sensors, and battlefield awareness. Israel's customized variant, known as the F-35I Adir, incorporates several national modifications, although many technical details remain classified. Long-range operations are not determined by distance alone. A successful deep strike mission requires much more than fuel capacity or aircraft performance. It depends on intelligence gathering, navigation, electronic protection, communication, coordination with other forces, and the ability to survive in a heavily contested environment. In discussions surrounding future military technology, one topic has gained increasing attention: the ability of advanced platforms to withstand severe electromagnetic disruption or sophisticated electronic warfare. Although there is no publicly confirmed information regarding a specific 2026 EMP hardening upgrade for Israel's F-35 Adir fleet, advanced militaries around the world continuously invest in improving the resilience of critical electronic systems against emerging threats. If such improvements become operational in future generations of military platforms, their main advantage would not be complete immunity, but increased survivability. The goal would be to allow aircraft and mission systems to continue functioning under extremely challenging conditions. This possibility has led some analysts to describe a shift from traditional border defense toward greater regional power projection. However, such capabilities depend not only on the aircraft itself, but also on intelligence networks, aerial refueling, logistics, political decisions, and the broader strategic environment. The shadow of the Samson Option. In strategic discussions, the term Samson Option is often used to describe the most extreme form of deterrence associated with Israel. The phrase comes from the biblical story of Samson, who brought down the temple upon his enemies in his final act. In modern geopolitical analysis, the term generally refers to the idea that if Israel faced an existential threat, it could potentially rely on its ultimate deterrent capabilities. However, Israel's nuclear policy is based on deliberate ambiguity, and many details remain unconfirmed publicly. Some analysts argue that stronger command, control, and communication resilience could increase the credibility of deterrence, because decision-makers would have greater confidence that critical systems could remain functional during extreme crises. However, this does not confirm the existence of any specific system or capability. Public information does not allow definitive conclusions about classified strategic assets. Similarly, claims that the F-35 could completely bypass advanced air defense systems such as the S-500, or operate unaffected in the aftermath of a non-conventional explosion, remain largely within the realm of speculation. What can be said with confidence is that the F-35 was designed to reduce detection probability, improve situational awareness, and increase survivability. But no aircraft is invulnerable. Success depends on tactics, intelligence, preparation, and the capabilities of the opposing force. psychological warfare, and strategic leverage. In deterrence strategy, perception can sometimes be as important as actual military capability. If a nation's leaders believe that an opponent can maintain combat effectiveness even under extreme conditions, their strategic calculations may change. From this perspective, discussions about stronger electronic resilience are not only technical issues, they are also part of psychological warfare. Even the possibility of improved survivability can influence how adversaries evaluate risks. This connects to the concept of escalation dominance. Escalation dominance does not mean guaranteed victory in every conflict. Instead, it refers to the ability of a state to maintain credible options at different levels of escalation and convince opponents that the costs of confrontation could become unacceptable. Recent diplomatic changes in the region have been influenced by many factors, including military developments, economic pressures, international diplomacy, and domestic politics. Therefore, attributing every political shift to a single technology would oversimplify the complex reality of international relations. Modern stealth meets ancient philosophy. The story of Samson, regardless of religious interpretation, represents a powerful symbol of resistance and survival against overwhelming threats. For Israel, the phrase "never again" has played a significant role in shaping national security thinking after the experience of the Holocaust. This historical memory has influenced the country's emphasis on maintaining strong deterrence capabilities. From a military technology perspective, modern systems such as artificial intelligence, advanced data processing, sensor fusion, and automated decision support tools are transforming air warfare. These technologies can help pilots identify threats, prioritize targets, and process enormous amounts of information faster than ever before. However, even the most advanced artificial intelligence systems depend on reliable data, communications, training, and operational conditions. Technology can improve decision-making, but it cannot eliminate uncertainty from warfare. Therefore, while more resilient electronic systems may increase the survivability of future military platforms, they should not be viewed as creating an unstoppable weapon. The F-35 should be understood not as an invincible sword, but as one component of a larger network involving intelligence, communications, command systems, and supporting forces. The future of Middle Eastern deterrence. The future of military competition in the Middle East will likely focus increasingly on three major areas: stealth technology, electronic warfare, and unmanned systems. Whenever one country believes another has gained an advantage in these fields, it attempts to respond through new radar technologies, improved air defenses, cyber capabilities, artificial intelligence, and advanced weapons systems. This creates a continuous cycle of adaptation. At the same time, autonomous drones, cyber operations, and information warfare are becoming essential elements of modern deterrence. But history shows that every technological advantage eventually faces a countermeasure. No system remains dominant forever. The key question for the future is whether the combination of fifth-generation aircraft, advanced electronics, artificial intelligence, and strategic deterrence doctrines will create a more stable balance, or whether it will increase the risk of misunderstanding and escalation. There is no simple answer. Deterrence can prevent war by convincing opponents that the costs of aggression are too high. But deterrence can also become dangerous if leaders miscalculate intentions or underestimate the consequences of their decisions. The most important lesson is that technology alone does not determine the future. Political judgment, diplomatic communication, crisis management, and strategic restraint remain just as important as any aircraft or weapons system. Final conclusion. The F-35 Adir is undoubtedly one of the most advanced combat aircraft in the world and plays a significant role in Israel's strategic posture. However, many claims regarding its exact capabilities, especially concerning extreme electromagnetic environments or nuclear battlefield scenarios, remain unverified in publicly available sources and should be approached carefully. What is certain is that the future of Middle Eastern security will be shaped by the interaction between technology, intelligence, electronic warfare, military doctrine, and political decision-making. Victory or failure in future conflicts will not depend on a single aircraft or a single weapon system. It will depend on the complex combination of training, strategy, logistics, information superiority, and leadership decisions. Thank you for staying with Top Strategist until the end of this analysis. If you found this video informative, support the channel by clicking the like button, subscribing to Top Strategist, and activating the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming deep analyses of military technology, strategic doctrines, and geopolitical developments. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We would like to hear your analysis and perspective. See you in the next episode.